Alright guys, before I begin my review for The Shallows, if you have not seen my interview with Shia LaBeouf, I went on a drive with him. He was a really cool guy, answered some cool questions. Please click the I above or the link below to check that out. Remember to follow me on Niddleman on Twitter, and please subscribe and like this video. The Shallows. This movie stars Blake Lively as a medical student who's kind of trying to take a vacation from life by going surfing on a beach that her mother used to go to, and it's a beautiful place. She meets some cool people, but little does she know it's also the feeding grounds for a shark, and there you have your movie. A lot of people are going to be trying to compare this movie to Jaws. Now, I don't think that's really a fair assessment. Not every shark movie needs to be compared to Jaws. Nothing's ever going to compare to Jaws. That was a once-in-a-lifetime freak event movie that's just nostalgic, will hold up for forever, and it's freaking awesome because of the mysteriousness of it. So get Jaws out of your mind. If you're going to go see this movie, it's a different movie. Now, there are certain things about the plot that I liked about this movie, the biggest one being the setting. I like the fact that she's not stranded out in the middle of the ocean on some boat. You know, she's not in some secret weird underwater lair or something. There's not anything too crazy about it. She's actually really close to shore, but because it's kind of in the feeding grounds of the shark, it's like feeding on this whale nearby. She just can't get away from it. Even though it's like hope is so close yet so far away. And the rock that she's on, due to the tides rising and lowering, even the little rock she's on can be really safe at some points and really not so safe at some points. And I thought that was kind of a cool little tension to the setting that was really unique that I haven't seen in any other movies like this. Now, what's not so great about the story to me is just the shark itself. Now, it starts off kind of like Jaws, where you don't see the shark too much, and there's a lot of tension there because just the thought of sharks is almost more scary than actually seeing the shark in this movie. The biggest reason being the fact that the shark, when you do see it at times, it looks so fake. It looks so CGI. You see in the trailer when it comes out of the water a few times, it just looks so fake. And the fact is, I get more scared by realistic things that I feel like could actually happen. But this shark is like frickin' Superman shark. It is so powerful. Its jaws can literally like just rip metal things apart and stuff. That is just kind of like, I don't feel like this would be a real shark you would ever encounter. And kind of like the later Jaws movies, the not so good ones, this one for some reason just has, it's not just like a hungry shark and you're in there and so it's attacking you and you're just out of luck. This shark is going after her. It has a vengeance. You can tell this shark is just angry and too smart, if that makes sense. Like, I know sharks can tend to be smart, but not this smart, and not having that much of a gut vengeance. Maybe if you're some sort of shark expert, you can comment below and let me know if I'm wrong. But if you see this movie, you'll know what I mean. It's just such an unrealistic take on a shark that it kind of took me out of the movie. As far as the acting goes, this is a movie kind of like Phone Booth or Lock, where basically the whole movie takes place in this one setting for the most part, and it's pretty much all held on Blake Lively's shoulders. And personally, I think she's a really good actress. I think she pulls off doing what she has to do for this movie. There's not a whole lot of lines for her. A lot of it's grunting and moaning and being in agony. But the way they did the makeup, because she's on this rock and kind of in this setting long enough to where you can kind of see her deteriorate, I feel like she portrayed that pretty realistically. She's not overdoing it and she's not underdoing it. She's just doing the part. But really, what's the goal of this movie? The goal of it should be to scare us, right? To make us feel tension and like, oh my God, there's a shark. Oh, be safe. And to be honest, I didn't really get a whole lot of that in this movie. I didn't really feel scared a whole lot once I saw the shark. Before I saw the shark, to be honest, the whole time I'm anticipating, because I do a lot of those shots where it's kind of slow motion or from under the water, you see them splashing around and you're like, oh God, when is this first shark attack going to happen? When is the first bite going to happen? Because you know it's coming. You see it in the trailer, but you're not exactly sure where they place it. And they kind of play some tricks with you a little bit. But what I realized about 3/4 of the way through this movie is that the trailer to this movie gave away pretty much the whole movie. Except like the very final like minute of the movie. the trailer gives away the whole thing. If you want to see a condensed version of this movie, go watch the trailer and you'll see everything other than the very ending. And that's a problem for me because I don't want to know what's going to happen in a movie. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, okay, well, they haven't showed this part of the trailer yet, so I know she's okay. Or I know they haven't played this part of the trailer yet, oh, so I know that's going to happen to that guy. And man, I hate the marketing to movies nowadays with these trailers giving away everything. All they had to show in the trailer was her stranded on a rock and seeing some fins going by and her yelling for help, or I don't know, make it really subtle. This is a subtle movie. You can't make a big extravagant trailer out of it without giving stuff away, so fix that shit. Ultimately, guys, if you have not seen the trailer to this movie, I suggest you go see it without watching the trailer. If you've already seen the trailer, if it looks interesting to you and you like sharks and stuff, go see it. But there's a lot of other better movies out there, and I would have to give this movie a one-night stand. I felt entertained during the movie. I felt like I got my money's worth, but you're not going to want to see it ever again. On another note, guys, if you want to see a good shark movie coming out, there's a movie called USS Indianapolis Men of Courage starring Nicolas Cage and myself. I was an extra in that movie. I put the link to the trailer to that below. To me, that looks like a pretty epic shark movie. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. And stay tuned after this if you want to see some more movie reviews, if you can handle it. Go.